What are the three words that drives you to do more in your career?
Yeah, that is pretty easy. Only three. Okay.
Spice Girls, Spice Girls, Spice Girls.
Scary, posh. Okay.
Baby.
Say that again. Three words.
Three words that drives you to do more in your career.
I would say number one is passion, because I think we've been talking about passion quite a lot. Without passion, you won't. I mean, you don't want to do anything that you don't like, right? I mean, that's pretty straightforward, okay? When you have passion, you want to succeed. That's basically really, really simple. And I think everybody here, we just have passion for what we do for our basically our career. Number two, I think it would be family. I'm a mother now of three. Just within 2 years, can you imagine? I've got a pair of twins, fraternal twins, and I've got a 6-month-old baby. So I think family really, really drives me. I think I'm going to twist the question a little bit, maybe in terms of inspiration, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Number three would be. The thirst for knowledge, I feel, because if you don't have knowledge, you wouldn't really know how to talk to people. You don't know how to carry yourself, and then you actually just learn. What do you call that? Every day is basically a learning thing. You know, you just need to learn every single day, and that's basically what I do every day. I like to go on Google. I just type, what can I do next? Because if I don't do that, and that's basically how I got my songket idea. If you haven't known, you can go and see outside. I read a research from, I think it was a UBD lecturer, but I don't remember who. He was Japanese, so please correct me if I'm wrong. He was talking about how Brunei can actually sell the Bruneian identity. So that's where I got my signature, my songket fabric idea. Because how do you make yourself unique outside of the country? I believe that if you don't sell your country, your brand identity, you would be the same as other designers from all over the world, right? So you need to have that uniqueness to represent yourself and your brand. So that's basically my three.
Thank you.
Three words.
Well, she was the one who asked the question. So.
I will answer in Bahasa. Tetap semangat, liar, dan hentam saja. I'll translate. Semangat is passion, but it's more than passion. It is spirit. It is enthusiasm. It is love. It is everything. It's fire. Yeah, and the universe. And then semangat. So tetap. At the beginning, I put tetap means always. So always semangat. Liar, wild. And then dan hentam saja.
I think my three words would be don't quit, evolve. I think it's from my point of view about the question that you were asking, David. It was it's tough. I don't quit. I will just evolve. I think it's the same. It's not like when you stop your career, you stop doing things. You just need to reinvent yourself, evolve. I was a legal counsel, then really actually I did it for my parents because that's what Asian parents force you to do. Lawyers, doctors, accountants. Went into law. Didn't enjoy myself so much when I was working in a law firm, suing old men and suing old ladies, and not fond of doing stuff like that. So I went into working for the national carrier, Brunei Airlines, legal counsel. It felt better working for RB, rather than working for a private firm or banks suing people. But then it became monotonous. It became looking at words, and it just didn't excite me so much. And I've always wanted to write and push the envelopes a little bit better. And social media just came to be. Rano was there, and you know, Community Zero and Friendster and all that whole ecosystem of social media. You are able to push out your words and make a little bit of a difference. So I evolved from a lawyer to a communicator on social media. So I think those are my 3 favorite words. Don't quit, evolve.
Bravo.
Okay, my 3 words, I think it's passion, what we had already. Then accept. So accept the situation you are in. If it's a good situation, it's of course nice to accept. But if it's a bad situation, also accept.
Yeah.
And be happy and enjoy what you are doing.
That's a long word, mate.
First thing I think is, it keeps redefining. So right now, I would say my highest will be image. Image is similar to CI, corporate identity. Branding is very, very important. So what happened was, when I started my blog, I don't know which direction I was going. Yeah, fine, I have so many readers back then, but I was going nowhere. So when I had a vision on what I want to do, and then I will know that, okay, this is going to be me in 5 years' time. And when I stuck to it, when I set a goal, it happened. And I have to keep maintaining it. So, for example, like if I was to maybe do something out of character, it doesn't represent me. It will affect not just my brand, but also perhaps even my partners and my clients. So, example, I can give you an example. Like when I have clients, I don't have clients that were maybe not within my how do you say it? So I won't say like someone who was trying to sell something inferior products. I'm talking about things that are duplicate products or replica products. They want me to promote on the Instagram, and I actually have never, maybe one case I would have. But those people who are maybe with corporate branding and all that, they will say, okay, I want to suit with Rano's image. So I think that branding is very important. So if you have an image, do maintain that, be consistent. Second one I would say is history. I don't know why this came about. History is similar to what Farhanna mentioned. History talking about current affairs. Now this is important when you go doing networking with people. I thought that, oh, I have so much knowledge, I know what's happening in Brunei. I got invited to a diplomatic event. It was just me, a few ambassadors, and I was the one maybe out of place because I was the only freelancer there and everyone was all diplomats. I couldn't carry a conversation. I know where the country is, I know what's happening, but I do not in depth. They even talk about back in the 18th century. I was lost. And this is very important. That's why you maybe Google, just take some time to know what's happening currently, so you can be in the conversation, and people will also respect you for that because you are not ignorant about things that's happening around the world. So this is very important.
Very.
The last one I would say is consistency. Consistency is very difficult. Maybe for me, I am a person who's not very disciplined when it comes to things. I do a lot of things, maybe, how do you say if I'm not disciplined now?
Making.
Okay, consistent is like, okay, I have to keep updating. I mean, I have to be relevant to the society. I cannot just say I'm going to take a break for a month or so, and then I'll be behind. And then there'll be other people coming in. So I have to become more efficient. So what happened last time was, I think someone talked about timing, right? Yeah, timing. For me, yeah, timing is a gray area. Yes, sometimes it's important, sometimes you just have to have your gut feeling. Last time I used to blog twice a day. I bring my computer, I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, do my blog, at the afternoon I'll do again another blog post. And to me that was very automated. Where for me when I found out it's kind of dull, but people enjoy what I read back then. But to me I'm very tired. I'm now in my 40s, and then I was thinking to myself, I don't have the capacity, the energy to do what I did before. So I have to be more efficient. So timing in that sense is very important. So I know when it's more effective to post. I think some of you who are doing social media will also understand that which is the right timing to actually post a photo to get more viewership and all. So for me, consistency is important. History, get know about current affairs. And the last one is CI, corporate identity. So for me, this is my 3 words. Yeah.
Jeez, how do you keep up with all this? I'll say the 3 words very quickly because I tend to forget, and then you remind me the 3 words if I forget. Inspire, curiosity, and change. Inspire. I've lived my life for the last few years with this topic. What you all may not know is why I choose the title Inspire. I am probably the least inspiring person you will meet. Now, you don't need to be inspiring to inspire others. So, my magazine consists of Siti, consists of Azhani, 2 extraordinarily inspiring people. Yeah. So I can be a platform, a catalyst, for the message to happen. Yeah, that I find profoundly more inspiring than just the word itself or being the most inspiring person. That's boring. Curiosity, I spent a great length talking about, my curiosity about asking questions, wanting to know more about why certain things happen. Change I like to talk about. So what happened in the last 2 years after I quit Inspire magazine? It has been a consistent change for me to keep up with time. I went from a person who never touched a camera aside from my smartphone to someone now who owns slightly more bulky camera, better quality. I know nothing about InDesign, Photoshop, and Illustrator. Yeah, now I know how to operate that, and I've learned how to do iMovie editing stuff. So all because I wanted to tell stories. So I think if at 41 years old, I'm probably the oldest here.
What? No.
I can change and evolve and improve myself. There's no excuse for anyone not to do this for your passion, for your career. So those are the 3 words.